Hello students, consider this case. There is a clinical pharmacist who works in the pharmacy of a certain hospital. This pharmacist has the option to choose between two drugs, drug A and drug B. Both the drugs are beta blockers and have similar efficacy and similar mechanism of action. Now, if you have to choose one of these drugs in your pharmacy, which one will you choose? So, it is in situations like this when you have two drugs with similar efficacy and you have to choose either that you come across the concept of pharmacoeconomics. So today we are going to learn a new topic, that is pharmacoeconomics and outcomes research. This topic will be covered in 3 parts. In today's session, I will cover the first part. So now, considering the same example that we saw in the previous slide, when pharmacoeconomics comes into picture, the clinical pharmacist will consider not only the therapeutic effectiveness but also the cost of the therapeutic agent, the impact of that cost on the pharmacy budget, and the impact of the drug on the quality of life of the patient. So when all these aspects are taken into consideration, what you basically do is a pharmacoeconomic evaluation. So the agenda for today's session is to understand the definition of pharmacoeconomics, understand the need for pharmacoeconomic evaluation, as well as to understand the types of pharmacoeconomic evaluation. Now let us understand the concept first. So pharmacoeconomics basically is a branch of economics. Now what is economics? So economics is basically a study of the resources. Now the resource availability is limited and it studies the relationship between the availability of these limited resources and the output. Output is basically the utilization or need for these resources, which is unlimited. Now when we talk specifically about health economics, you must remember that it is a field of study which evaluates the behavior of individuals. So here the individuals are healthcare providers, firms means the pharmaceutical company, and markets in healthcare with respect to two aspects. First is the cost of that healthcare product and second is the outcome, which means the consequences of that product, whether the benefit that is received from that product is commensurate with the cost or not. So when this evaluation is done, it is basically what is health economics. So then what exactly is pharmacoeconomics? So pharmacoeconomics is a subdivision under health economics wherein you study the individuals, which are nothing but healthcare providers. You study the firms and markets specifically for pharmaceutical products and services, and you assess the impact of cost and consequences of their use. That is, you assess what is their cost and you assess what is the outcome, what benefit is coming out of that particular healthcare program or product. So when you interlink the cost and consequences and when you compare that for pharmaceutical products, what you are doing basically is a pharmacoeconomic evaluation. I know students, you have realized till now that this is a very dry topic, but trust me, as we progress from one session to another, you will learn some really important concepts. So why exactly do we need pharmacoeconomics? Firstly, we need it because now globalization has taken place. So at this stage, when you launch drugs in multiple markets, in multiple countries, you have the objective that this particular drugs should be made available at a competitive price. If you do not make them available at a competitive price, your product may not sustain in the market for long. So first point, remember, it is for competitive drug launches. Secondly, pharmacoeconomic evaluation helps in drug selection in a pharmacy. So if you have two drugs, both which have similar efficacy and similar mechanism of action, and if you have to choose between the two, you would look after the cost and consequences for the two drugs. Now, consequences in addition to efficacy would also include the side effects for that particular drug. Because sometimes what will happen is the drug may have efficacy, but it may also have side effects. So if those side effects can sometimes make you incur additional expenditure on treatment. So all these aspects are taken into consideration when you do a pharmacoeconomic evaluation, and hence the need to do a pharmacoeconomic study. The third important reason is drug price control. Now, drug price control is an important objective of any public health policy. Okay, but for that to happen, governments, public health institutions, they conduct pharmacoeconomic evaluation. So what do they do with the help of such evaluations? These evaluations basically help them to understand or increases the ability to provide life-saving medicines at affordable cost. The fourth important reason why we need pharmacoeconomics is for quality of life evaluations. So when quality of life evaluations are done, the consequences of a healthcare scheme or drug are studied with respect to improvement in the quality of life of the patient. Now, what is quality of life of the patient? Consider there is a patient who has undergone knee replacement surgery. Now, lot of expenditure the patient has incurred on the healthcare. But post the surgery, we need to understand whether it has enabled him to walk again like a normal person, or has his condition worsened. So this evaluation of the consequences of that healthcare is basically what you do is quality of life evaluation. So all these aspects are usually assessed with the help of a pharmacoeconomic evaluation, and therefore we need a pharmacoeconomic study. So in summary, remember that pharmacoeconomics specifically in India is very helpful because it ensures that high quality medicines are made available at an affordable price. Second important thing is the brand image for India as a cost economic supplier of medicines is maintained because of such evaluations. And the third important thing is the price control of medicines so that the life-saving medicines are made available to common people at affordable price. Now there are two types of pharmacoeconomic evaluations, namely partial economic analysis and full economic analysis. So let us understand them one by one. So first we understand what is partial economic analysis. Consider there is a drug A. You compare its cost and the consequences of this drug on health. So here you are studying only a single drug or intervention and you are evaluating the cost and effect of that particular drug. You do not have any other comparator drug in picture. So in such a scenario, the analysis that you do is called a partial economic analysis. Why? Because there is only a single drug in picture. Now consider another example. You have two drugs, drug A and drug B. You are comparing both the drugs. Now when you are comparing the two drugs, you are taking two important things into consideration. When you do comparison, firstly, you do comparison based on only cost. And secondly, when you do comparison based on only effect or consequence. That means you're independently assessing or comparing the two drugs based on either cost or effect. You're not trying to link the cost to effect. So, because you're not trying to link the cost and effect, your evaluation of drug A versus drug B is done independently using two different parameters, that is cost and effect. So such type of evaluation is also called as a partial economic analysis. So that's all for this session. In the next session, we will study the types of cost, the types of outcome or consequences. We will learn what is full economic evaluation. This session we have learned partial economic evaluation. Next session we will study full economic evaluation and the types of full economic evaluation. There will be 2 more sessions in addition to this before we conclude with the syllabus. So please do keep reading, and if you have doubts, be very proactive and write to me about that so that I can clear it for you. Okay. So take care till then.